and to make college football the way it was a couple years ago.
Make college football great again. Go.
Yes.
Yeah. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide, baby.
That's right. So now we're going to be looking to next year, next college football season, because it is never too early to go ahead and start thinking about the next year. So this is our way too early college football 2025 preview. And we're just gonna answer some hot topics that y'all will really like to know about for the upcoming year. And I know some of y'all are thinking, like, why aren't you talking about the Super Bowl right now? It's because most
NFL.
don't really care.
Yeah.
And it's the Chiefs and the Eagles again, which I don't know about you, Silas. I really did not want to see that. I
I
didn't.
didn't either, and I absolutely hate the Chiefs, so go Eagles.
Dude, rock on.
That's right.
It's kind of like I wasn't really rooting for the Eagles to get there either. But um, it's kind of like you're either eating like Brussels sprouts and like zucchini. It's like I don't want to eat either, but if I have to,
Zucchini it is, yeah.
I was gonna say Brussels sprouts, but yeah, sure.
No, no. Zucchini on top.
It's slimy, bro. It tastes like snot.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know the last time I had Brussels sprouts, but I've heard they're disgusting, so zucchini.
Don't believe the hype. It's kind of misleading.
You
S-
like them?
They're okay. They're okay.
Yeah,
All
fair.
right, here we go. So jumping into the way too early preview. Silas, who is your way too early national championship favorite or favorites if you have two or three teams
Okay.
there?
I'm I'm of course gonna go with the Georgia Bulldogs. They're
Okay.
still solid. They lost Carson Beck,
Mhm.
but they're still a solid team. And then I think I had to say they're gonna come back better than ever, and they're gonna show out. I want to say Alabama, but after this year, I don't know how we're gonna look next year. We're too iffy.
Yeah, absolutely. I would definitely agree with you with Georgia and Ohio State. I think one of the more obvious ones, I think is probably Texas. Like just they got Arch Manning, they got all that talent coming back. Texas is gonna be really good, and they're back to that elite level to where
Yeah.
they're gonna be competing for championships year in and year out. I hope they get a tougher draw from the SEC schedule because I do kind of have to admit it was
They got one of the easiest SEC schedules that they could get.
for sure.
Yeah.
Sure. So those are our favorites now, Silas. Who are some dark horse national championship contenders? Some teams that are kind of on the edge, but some people might not see coming. Who you got?
Okay. Now, Alabama were usually a powerhouse.
Mhm.
Okay. But after this year, a lot of people are looking down on Alabama. I think you consider Alabama as a dark horse this year.
Wow.
We're gonna come in and we're gonna if we play well, we're gonna come in and we're gonna dominate the SEC
Mm.
and we're gonna be a national championship contender.
Dominate,
Dominate.
dominate.
Oh no,
So
I don't know who's gonna be our starting quarterback, but either way, we're looking good. Keelan Russell or Ty Simpson.
yeah. So what I'm hearing from you is you've been an Alabama fan, let's see, for 16 years now.
Yes,
Is that
correct.
right? Okay.
Yes.
So from what I'm hearing from you, are you saying that Alabama is a dark horse contender? Has the program fallen to that low of a level to where
After
maybe,
after last year, yes, a lot of people are looking down on Alabama. I think we can be considered a dark horse.
but like to the Bama fans, would a real Bama fan really be like, oh man, we made the playoffs. What a great year. Because
Oh
I
no,
think
no
so.
chance.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, you look at a year, go 9-4, that's a disaster.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I just kind of want to emphasize that point. That's kind of where we're at. And just for all the Bama fans out there, just it's okay. Chill out. This is a new era of Alabama football. Maybe just taper down the expectations.
Yeah.
Just can't have
Unless this year could go really well.
that's right. They could have a massive season.
They could. We don't know yet. It's way too early.
Wait. Yeah, that's right. Four ways. That's
Oh
how.
yeah,
Like,
one short. Yeah.
okay. Yeah. Um, let's see. Anyways, for my dark horse national championship contenders, I mean, you look at a team like so I just got two teams in mind, and they actually play each other in week one
Whoa.
On August 30th. Yeah. So there's a game up in the northern part of South Carolina between the LSU Tigers and the Clemson Tigers in
You
week.
think? Okay, I'll let you finish. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's +5 respect points to you. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you.
so uh, do you know who has the top transfer class in the entire country right now?
I do not.
It's LSU. They are.
Okay.
I feel like their season really kind of ended pretty bad. Just I feel like there's a lot of
Hmm.
stuff going on in the program, but I think what we don't see is they might be getting some work done behind closed doors. Brian Kelly, he's a really good coach. I think he can get those guys to a point where they can compete for a championship. I think they have the talent to do it. They play in the SEC, so I think they can potentially make some noise there. They just gotta win a few games, like some big games. But I think they definitely have the team to do it. And then also Clemson, they got a new defense coordinator, Tom Allen from Penn State,
Hmm.
who's definitely going to revitalize that defense. A very talented defense, but just a lot of just if you watch Clemson play last year, you saw just a lot of dumb mistakes that can be fixed with some good coaching. And then also got Cade Klubnik coming back, who's probably a Heisman contender. Just a bunch of the pieces on offense. The offense should be elite. The defense should hopefully be back to the normal standards. So I think whoever wins that game week 1, August 30th, they're going to put themselves in prime position to make a run for the championship. Especially if
Okay.
Clemson wins because they got a not gonna lie, the ACC is not the SEC.
No, it's not.
I mean, I'd rather play Pitt and Boston College than Georgia and Texas.
Yeah.
So,
I don't think there's anyone that would disagree with that.
that's right. What
But
are you gonna say? Because
I do agree with the Clemson pick. They're solid this year. But LSU, as you said earlier, you can't just eat the vitamins, and they may have the number one transfer class.
okay,
But all I don't think they have any returning talent really. They have Garrett Nussmeier. He's also a Heisman contender. But other than that, I don't think they have enough talent to make it to the playoffs.
we will see. I don't know.
We will. But I disagree with that pick.
That game is going to be absolutely massive. Week 1. I
Yeah.
mean, there's some crazy games. Like we got Ohio State and Texas playing week
Hmm.
1. I don't know if you knew that or not. Did you?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, crazy. Uh, LSU, Clemson, uh, Alabama and Florida State could be a sneaky game, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
That's what we've seen from Florida State. I'm not sure. Um, and yeah, there's a few other pretty big games that should cause a very seismic effect throughout the college football landscape. All
Yes.
right. So now our next question. What is a Cinderella team to make the playoff? This is not a team that's going to win the championship, Silas, but we're talking about like Arizona State,
Mhm.
SMU, like one of those teams kind of just comes out of nowhere and makes the
Mhm.
playoff.
I got the TCU Horned Frogs. I think they're in the Big 12. Their schedule's really easy. If they can just go like 10-2 with the Big 12 schedule and win the conference, they're in the playoffs. They may lose week in the opening round of the playoffs, but I think they have the highest chance to make it.
Absolutely. Yeah. I know you and I were talking off camera before we started this, but just the Big 12 is just it's the Wild West, man. Like
Yeah.
anybody can come out of the Big 12. And this is just a absolute gold mine for these Cinderella stories. Because like you take a team like Arizona State last year, they were picked last by pretty much
Hmm.
picked to finish last by everybody pretty much in the world, and they made the playoffs. And so my pick for this Cinderella stories, Texas Tech. I've been hearing some good things about their program down there. They only lost three games last year, which is
Hmm.
very good. I think they are returning a lot of talent, and I think they got it. I mean, just the Big 12 wide open. Anything can happen. I mean, so it's a pretty safe bet for to see them probably sneak into the playoff.
Hmm.
So yeah, I mean, it's pretty much which random Big 12 team is gonna get bounced in the first round. So
Exactly. Yep.
that's all
But
this.
I don't agree with the way the playoffs are working this way because
Mhm.
a Big 12 team should not be in the playoffs.
Really?
Doesn't matter
Wow.
who. Yeah.
So even if they win the conference, you're saying Nah.
I don't think a conference winner should be able to get a bye at all.
All right. So you're
And
saying top.
maybe make the playoffs if you win the conference, but definitely not a bye.
Yeah, I think you and I probably talked about this on one of the earlier episodes, just talking about just reseed it. I mean, that's what everybody's been saying. Huge
Mhm.
outcry from everybody. Just reseed the playoff. Like the best four teams should get the best four seeds,
Yeah.
and you don't wind up with with Arizona State and Boise State getting not just making the playoff, but getting the first round bye.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I agree with you. Pretty ridiculous. And so last question we got here. This one is very important. But who's a team you got with a do or die season, Silas? Like this is for the coach, for the culture,
Okay.
whatever.
This may be a shocker, but I think Ohio State has to do or die season this year. Cons
Whoa.
Considering Ryan Day. If they lose to Michigan
Oh wow.
again, his career may be over with Ohio State. They may still make the playoffs, but if they do not win the national championship and lose to Michigan, I think he's gone.
Wow. So what if they had another year like this where they win the national championship but they lose to Michigan again? Do you think he's coming back?
I think he will come back because the whole point of a coach is to win championships,
Yeah.
and he's been doing that. But if he does win the national championship, he's gone and loses to Michigan.
That's a really good answer, man. Like that's
Thank you.
there just from all the stuff we've been hearing, that's a valid.
Yeah.
It's like because I saw this interview where this guy he talked with all these Ohio State fans and he was like, hey, even if they win, this is before the playoff, but he's like, even if
Mhm.
they won the national championship, would you still say it's a great year? And they're like, it's a good, but not great because we lost to Michigan.
Exactly. Yep.
So yeah.
Michigan is like their Super Bowl.
Yeah, for sure. And this is why college football is so much better than the NFL. It's just these rivalries, like
Hmm.
people hate each other. Like the Iron Bowl, like Ohio State, Michigan, even Clemson, South Carolina, the Egg Bowl, like all that. Man, it's just fun to hate people. I mean,
It is. You
it
gotta love it.
is, especially if they're Auburn fans. Like,
Oh yeah, hate
yeah.
Auburn fans.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, my team with a do or die season. I mean, there was one team that just whenever I was thinking of these questions, there's one team that just screams this, and it's Florida State.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, my goodness, just they finished in the top 10 last year and then went 2-10 this year.
Mhm.
They beat Cal and Charleston Southern. Oh, I mean,
Oh man.
yeah, it is it's bad. I doubt Mike Norvell is still their coach if they don't make a bowl. I mean, and
Oh, no chance. Yeah.
no, just as especially with all the stuff in the uh preseason with like the lawsuits, like we want to get out of the ACC, we're
Hmm.
too good for all that, and then you finish last in the conference. Just
Yeah,
not a very good look for the Seminoles. So I think they definitely need to turn this around, or else it could be pretty bad.
I agree with that.
Hmm